Yes, good evening, everyone, and welcome to United Sauce and Wingers. I'm Dominic, and tonight it's going to be a good show. It is going to be a good show. I've got an unbelievable guest. I've always watched him from afar, from United Stand days. Now he's got his own channel that's smashing it. Aaron, thank you so much for coming on, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on. It's long overdue. I think this is the first time, right?
Yeah, first time, man. First time.
Yeah, so it was long overdue, but I'm here now. I'm happy to be here.
Big.
Hope you're good as well, man.
Mate, I'm good, man. I've put my boy to bed, and he was singing "Old MacDonald Had a Farm," so that's all sorted. All sorted for him. And now I'm here to talk about football, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in live, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to smash a like; really helps with all the algorithms and stuff. And subscribe if you're new. I appreciate it. This show is going to be good. What's this show going to be about? All right, so I've got Aaron, and Aaron is one that this show's talked about. Manchester United. The fans are divided, and I had Saeed on before. Because we've seen there's so many things happening in Manchester United right now, and it seems that the fans can never agree. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. Why should the fans agree? That's what makes the game so good. But there's definitely a division. There's definitely a division. Some people for Oli, some people against. Some people think players are rubbish. Some people think they're good. It is all up in the air. And who better to speak to than Aaron and get his thoughts and understand? Because Aaron, you've been in a situation where you've definitely been clipped, bro.
yeah, I've clipped a few times, but you know it comes with the whole YouTube thing, man. You get clipped sometimes, and it happens.
Yeah, man, you don't care about that rubbish. Look, I've been in a situation. I tweeted about it earlier in the week, and I said, like, I don't get that people can have opinions. I'm all for it, and I've said that everybody's opinions is fine. Everybody can not have a wrong opinion because it's opinion. But what I don't like is when someone sees someone tweet something, and then just calls them an idiot because they don't agree with it. That's rubbish. And I feel like this kind of like perfectly leads on to what I've seen on lots of different YouTubers, Saeed, yourself and stuff. People just go and take whatever they want and not actually hear what's going on behind it. As long as it's done with respect and so forth like that, I don't see anything sort of wrong. Look, you've come out straight away and said that, look, you don't think Ollie's the man for the job. And there's a lot of other people that have said, I don't think Ollie's the man for the job. That's absolutely fine. But the difference is people are taking it in different ways and adding things on and all this lot. Did you know what? Let's just get straight into it, man. How do you feel about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Because obviously you're a die-hard Manchester United fan, go to the matches and so forth. How do you honestly feel about Ole?
I feel like Oli has done this. He's done good things at the club, but there's things he hasn't really succeeded in. The good things he's managed to, even though I'm not really a big fan of that, is the whole culture thing. He's actually managed to, you know, make every player feel like they belong here, they want to be here, they want to play for the club, and they're not just here for a payday like we used to say about certain players.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'm happy about. Secondly, I don't know how he's managed to do it, but somehow he's keeping everyone happy with their game time.
It's true. I don't know, man. Well, Van der Beek though, is he keeping Van der Beek happy?
Do you know what it is? As much as we're complaining every week that Van der Beek's not playing, he needs more game time. People are coming out and saying that he's happy. Like, Van der Sar's coming out saying, like, I've spoken to him. He says he's happy. They're treating him well. And listen, if he says that, then there must be some truth to it.
Yes, yeah.
The same thing. I know at the start, an agent from the agency he's represented by came out and said some things, but his personal agent, the one who takes care of him, said, "Listen, he's happy." So as much as I'm confused about his game time and I'm concerned about it, if he's happy, then there's nothing I can do about it. So for some reason, Ollie seems to find a way to keep all these guys happy. And it's the truth. And you have to look at that as a positive. But I do feel like when it comes to the tactical side of the game, when it comes to making key decisions that can change a game instantly, when it comes to making decisions to prevent something from happening, he just lacks that extra little bit that makes you a top manager. And I don't think Ollie will ever be a top manager. He'll be a decent manager, and he'll always be around, after Manchester United, he'll always be around the decent clubs here and there. But I feel like this is and will be his first and his last big job. Yeah.
So do you think it's a bit harsh then? Because obviously there's lots of different fans that are like, oh, wait a minute, we're second. Like, why is everybody going in? Why is people calling him this and that? And no, look, from day one, I've always said that Ollie was never supposed to be our manager because he was hired as an interim. Hired as interim. Interim is temporary. If people don't know what that means, it's temporary. It's like a temporary tattoo you get out of bubble gum, right? It's temporary. It's gonna go. It's one of those situations.
You're taking me back, bro. Oh my God.
Do you remember those chewing gums? The bubble gums.
You remember them? I used to love these temporary tattoos because I knew my parents would let me get one. So you know what I'm saying? So I had them, and I used to flex them in school.
Mate, the gum was awful though. The gum tastes like awful. The tattoo. But it's one of those situations where Ollie was never supposed to be long term, but they thought to themselves, okay, he's done well, he's done a good run. Let's give the fans what they want. But that was the one time they listened to us, they hire Ollie. And I've got nothing against him as a man, as a character, as a father, as a manager, as a team. I don't have nothing against him. But where we want to see Manchester United, we need the best of the best. And I keep saying this in every different stream. We need the best of the best. And for me, Ollie is not the best of the best. Again, I tweeted out before, Aaron. I tweeted out and said, look, if Ollie decides to walk or he gets sacked as he's just not reached the objectives, what team is going to take him? And lots of people came back and said, no one. Norway, Newcastle, if they're really desperate. And I'm thinking to myself, look, the people are speaking. Obviously, it's not the whole Manchester United fan base, but a lot of people were saying that it's a hard situation because Ollie wouldn't get a Liverpool job. He wouldn't get Newcastle. He wouldn't get Everton. No way after Ancelotti. He wouldn't get a Southampton because Hessen Hetter, whatever. You can see, even though he's got spanked 9-0 a couple of times, you can see that he knows how to play ball. He's got more of a CV in the Premier League. So for me, I'm thinking to myself, are the fans being too easy on him or are people being too harsh on him, bro? What do you think?
It's a bit of do you know what? I don't think we're being harsh on him because this is Manchester United, and as much as certain people might understand his lack of in-game management and his tactical house and all these things. This is Manchester United. Like I said, you make one little mistake as a player or a manager, it just gets magnified to like times 1,000. You can make one little mistake. Like let's take the game against Brighton.
Yeah.
Pogba loses the ball, they go on and score. To them, it's probably like just a little mistake. I just gave the ball away. But to us, that's like the worst thing ever. Do you see what I mean? So if this was Brighton and they give the ball away and then we score from that, the fans will probably say, you know what, it's Manchester United. They got the quality. You see what I mean? So it's that side of things. So as much as I sometimes sympathize with certain fans that say, you guys are too harsh on him. It's the size of the club, man. It just comes with it, and you have to live with it. And I think Ollie knows that as well. He knows it.
That's exactly what I was saying. Ollie does know it. He's one of those things. He looks when he's sad or we're losing bad. He doesn't hide it. I know he does his little smile thing at the conference, like yeah, we're all good. He's hurting inside because he's a winner. He's a winner as in terms of being a player, but in terms of being a coach and a manager, I just don't see it, man. And this is why I was so eager to get you on, man, because loads of people on Twitter just see clips and see different things. And I said this so many times, Aaron, like if you had people with the same opinions and the same sort of personalities, football world would be the most boring place in the world. We need people with different opinions, different personalities, different drives and vigor. As long as it's all kept respectful, what is the problem? What's the problem? I said the same thing to Zaid. Talking to you about it now, I don't see anything. And I've obviously been in your stream before, and you're the nicest person. And then people might think, oh, because he thinks Ollie's not good, that means he's not a nice person. I'm thinking to myself, hold up, wait a minute, you don't even know Aaron. You know what? Like, I'm gonna get to the comments in a second. Aaron, tell people about you, man, because you've played football, bro. You're not even coming from a place where you just sit down watching Coronation Street, right? And you kind of turn the football on. You played football at a high level. Tell the people, brother.
I have. So I started. Well, for those who don't know, your viewers might not know. I was born and raised in Germany, spent 13 years of my life there. Then I moved to Belgium, spent 10 years there. And the reason why I moved so much is because my dad had a job which required him to move a lot. So he was part of a group of architects, and they would stay in one city, let's say, and then work on a building for a number of years. Next city and onto the next and onto the next. So that's why I moved so much, spent time in Berlin, in Cologne, then we went to Brussels. And when I lived in Belgium, that's when I really got into academy football. So I played at a second tier second at a club which played in second tier of Belgian football. Played in the youth teams. Actually, there's a funny story. I remember we played a youth tournament, which was like an annual thing that they organized. They organized an international tournament, so they would invite teams from all over Europe. So you'd end up playing against the likes of, Barcelona, La Masia. We played against Real Madrid, and I remember we played a game. So different groups. So I'm gonna be honest, our team was decent, but the other teams from abroad were just too strong.
Basically like Manchester United then.
No, Man United was there the year that I played that international tournament. I think Tottenham was there.
Yeah.
And who else was there? Like that was really good. For the football heads, Arminia Bielefeld was there.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Schalke was there. So I remember we played a game and we lost 2 games already in the group stages. So, and I was on the bench. So for the third game, the manager shuffled the pack and he was like, you know what? Those who didn't play as much, I'm going to let you start.
Yeah.
So we started and we played against a Standard Liège who were in our group as well. They had already qualified as well, but they still wanted to like solidify themselves as favorites for the tournament. So we played against Standard Liège. We were 2-0 down at halftime, and then they bring on this guy. I'll say his name in the end. They bring on this guy, pretty tall, a bit robust, like very strong, muscles, everything. Comes on at halftime, bangs in a hat trick, left foot, right, perfect hat trick, basically.
Wait! Don't say it. Don't say who it is, guys. In the comments, try and guess who Aaron's talking about. He was playing in a tournament, in the Belgian second tier, big tournament with big teams there, and a guy comes on, big, muscly, left foot, right foot. Who you think he's talking about? Because I'll be honest with you, I have no idea who he's talking about. But the first person that comes to my head is Lukaku. But I could be completely wrong.
He played for the rival team. He played for Anderlecht.
Oh, look, everybody said Lukaku. Look.
Lukaku. Yeah, I can see it as well. Yeah, everyone said Lukaku. But yeah, he comes on left foot, right foot, header. Perfect hat trick. And obviously Tekkers as well at the time. Very, very technical. And I was really impressed because I was playing striker at the other end. No, it wasn't Fellaini. It wasn't. So, yeah, man, scores a hat trick. And in the end, we shake hands and I go up to him and I said, yo, good game. Michi Batshuayi.
No way.
Yeah.
Michi Batshuayi, Okay, all right.
He was one of the hottest youth prospects at the time.
Wow.
Him and Lukaku it was head to head. So,
you know how big he was in the World Cup? That was it the World Cup, the international tournament was that you got found out? Was it the I can't remember the Euros or anyway, he got scouted in one of the big tournaments. I can't remember right now.
Yeah.
No one knew him. And then after that tournament, my gosh, it was hot property, man.
Yeah.
And I always feel like at that young age, you're playing your best football because you've got no limits. You're not being told to do this. You just play how you want to. I remember when Victor Moses, I used to play football and he would get scouted for Croydon team. And he just stood out, man. He played raw. You know, when you just play in the playground, you play with tennis ball, and you just don't care. You're just doing little things. You're running around, man. I love that, man. So this is what I'm trying to say to people. Like, Aaron's coming from a position where he's played football, and tell the people, have you played against Bayern Munich?
I have, and that was it. That happened in the most random of ways. Crazy, like honestly. I'll tell you the story. So basically, we moved to Belgium, like I said.
Yeah.
I was still playing youth football. By that time, I'd been released by the club I was playing for, so I went to like a lower tier team.
Yeah.
And I was playing for them in the under 21s. So I'm getting ready for school. So bear in mind, I came from Germany. So at home, we had like two TVs, one in the living room and one in the kitchen. And the one in the kitchen replaced that.
Aaron needs to replace Dad James. You know what?
So we had one TV in the kitchen, and the one in the kitchen, we still had our German TV channels because my dad and my mum wanted to make sure that the German stays, that we don't lose it, because they always told us in the future, you never know, it might help you, and God knows it does right now. So, so one morning I get ready for school, I'm late, TV's on, and there's this advert that just comes up, sign up now, and you might end up playing against Bayern Munich. I'm like, yo. So I go to school and I come back and I see it again, and I'm like, you know what? All right, let me sign up for this. So it's similar to, I don't know if people remember Nike the Chance, where people. Yeah. I remember that. And then you played against certain teams and you get scouted, and
I thought that was like a myth. I thought it was like a lottery ticket. I'm never going to get called up for that. I think
No,
I went for it.
I tell you why it's real, because there's a player right now, yeah, who's still active, professional, seasoned professional, who came from Nike the Chance, and he's from Australia. His name is Tom Rogic, plays for Celtic.
Wow.
He came through Nike the Chance Academy. He came through that.
No way.
So,
if people don't know what that is, that's just basically where you go and play for a tournament and you just basically get scouted. And they're just Nike's giving kids a chance to go out and carve their future. But for me, I was there and I was like, come on, there's gonna be some ballers there. Should I really do it? And I thought, no, it's all right. I'll go and play Nintendo 64 instead. That was me, man. So how do you end up? So you end up going to the tournament?
yeah, so I sign up for the thing. So you had to sign up, give all your details, and then you had to upload a little snippet of how you play.
Yes.
So I uploaded that because I play across all front three positions. So I uploaded it, and then you had like a little counter at the bottom right, where it told you how many people sign up. So when I started to sign up, it was like 200 of us. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. 200, I might get a chance. So every day now I'm checking, and it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. After a week, it goes up to like 13,000. I'm like, I'm yeah, what, 13,000?
It's like X Factor, isn't it?
Across Germany, Belgium, Austria, and Switzerland. Hell no. No way they're picking me. No way. So this was in February, and then in May, I remember I came back from school, yeah, and I come back home and my mum's sitting there, she's looking at me.
No.
And I know the look that my mum gives me when I'm in trouble. And she's sitting there, and there was a letter on the table, and she said, open it and read it. So I'm like, I'm trying to think, what did I do? Like, as I'm opening the letter, I'm trying to think, what did I do? What did I do? So I'm opening the letter, and it's from those people. Congratulations, Aaron. You've been selected from 13,000. We've trimmed it down to 112 players. And you're one of those who's been invited to Munich to come and train with us.
That's ridiculous.
I just went mental, started screaming, running through the house.
How old were you then? How old were you?
I was 18.
Guys, Aaron was 18. I got a chance to get picked like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He got a golden ticket. He was like, Mama. He got the golden ticket to go and play against Bayern Munich at this Nike the Chance. That is unbelievable. And this is why, Aaron, when I always think about Manchester United, look, loads of people love this club, and I've got a nice little community here. Like, I've got some proper OGs that always support me, and they love it. They love the club. And when people come at you sometimes for like your opinions and stuff like that, they don't understand that you're coming from a place that you've played the game. You've played the game. How many languages can you speak?
6.
6 languages. I can barely speak English. I can literally, I'm like, you know what I mean? Aaron can speak 6 languages, just played football, and he's coming out and saying that, look, I think that Ollie's not the man for the job for X, Y, and Z season. I know sometimes you talked about Bruno, like, why does Bruno keep getting assists? He's just saying that we need to it can't just be the Bruno show. We can't keep relying on the Bruno show. Everything you do comes from a place of a basis of trying to see the team improve. And that's why I wanted people to see this and to understand that don't always just look at, like, just make assumptions. Just make assumptions that this pizza ain't going to taste good because it's got some green thing on it. That might be pesto. It might be pesto. It might taste nice. That's all I'm saying. Let me get in the comments. Guys, thank you so much for joining live. I appreciate you as always. Sorry I couldn't come yesterday for the Monday Night Soul show. Just things had to change. But back here on Tuesday night, getting ready to watch the Champions League matches. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Vibes, big up everyone. It's going on very well. Fleck, big up my guy Dominic, Aaron. Yes, Marco, Sufan. JW says second place is good, but it's a full position. Yeah, we can talk about that, bro. Naji in the house. Yes, large up the main slices of bread. That's my guy Naji, big boy there. Aaron seems very reasonable and good reasonable opinions. Exactly, Carl, mate. He is, mate. He's a really good guy. Really good guy. Since BVB trained at Cliff today, maybe our relationship with them is getting closer than we thought. Well, I flicking hope so.
Oh, did they? Okay, I didn't know that.
I flicking hope so. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. Carlos, I do have a question. What is a full position? We've never used these words until Ollie came. We are second in every category: progressive passes, goals, chances created, goals conceded. We deserve to be second. What would you say to that one, Aaron?
You know what I would say is this: when we say, or when people say false position, it's like you just said there. Look at the way we got there in the first place, right? The way we got to even when we were top of the league, the way we got there and now we're second and stuff like this. I think in almost every game, Bruno's been involved in something. And it's like you just said now, this is not me hating Bruno. Listen, I love him, yeah? The people that follow me on Instagram, when he first came in his first game, I was absolutely buzzing. I was sat next to, actually, no, Nodin was behind me, but he could hear me. We was together.
Yeah.
We were absolutely buzzing to see Bruno Fernandes make his debut for us. Do you see what I mean? So
yeah.
I love Bruno, but what I'm saying is what you just said there, Dom. It can't just be a Bruno show every single game, because I don't wish any injuries on him, but what happens if he gets injured? What happens if, I don't know, we're playing in the quarterfinals now of the Europa League against Granada. What happens if he picks up a yellow against Granada, picks up a yellow in the return fixture, he's out for the semi-finals? What do you do? You just spent the whole week basing everything on play through Bruno and he'll make something happen, and now he's suspended for the semi-finals and we might crash out. What do you do? So you have to pick multiple weapons. If I'm a soldier, I'm not just going to go to war with a knife. I've got to have a handgun. You've got to have a rifle. You've got to have an AK-45, 47, whatever.
Mate, you've seen John Wick. He's got about 17 million guns. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? He opens his cupboard and he's got about, you know what I'm saying? And then behind that cupboard, he's got another 55 guns. Like, you've got to have multiple weapons to go and win the battle or win the war. And at the moment, it seems like we've only got one weapon, and that's Bruno. What happens if that weapon is neutralized? What do we do then? And I don't think people think of this because they're so caught up in the numbers and, Bruno's got so many assists and goals. Yeah, that's cool. But what happens if he genuinely gets injured? Because I see him play for Portugal and he's got a much more disciplined role. He's very disciplined.
Very more disciplined. Yeah, he is. So you know what? That's a very good point, man. Like, I guess we always talk about this on my match reactions and with the boys and Katie when she comes on as well, that we need a system to rely on. We can't, if someone's out, we need to revert back to a system. We don't just revert back to, okay, who else is going to step up into the Bruno? We need to revert back to the system. It needs to be a reflex. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just, we can't do it. It's not sustainable.
It's like taking it back to when we had Van Nistelrooy. Okay, he was scoring all the goals, yeah? But we got rid of him. He went to Real Madrid, and then we had a front three of Tevez, Ronaldo, and Rooney. Look how many goals we scored.
It's true. Oh gosh, did you see Jesse do a little bit of Berbatov the other day? That
was amazing yesterday. Yeah, that was.
Mate, it's a different level. And to pick up Dominic Aaron, yes, my boy. JW, they all thought it was Lukaku. Let me get back on to again. Ronan says, Aaron, I remember you when you first started on YouTube. Watched you on the United Stand, UC, and your own channel. Always liked your reasoned, dispassionate, passionate, and respectful manner. Ollie may be the exception, though.
I remember Ronan Wright, man. I always remember that name when I started to make videos and I started YouTube, and he was always there. There's a few other names I can think of, but yeah, he was one of the first people. So
yeah, man, Ronan's a good guy, man. He's a really good guy. Oh my god, yeah, 6 languages, yeah, man. All right, what's French? How are you?
How are you in French?
Yeah.
Comment ça va?
German?
Wie geht's?
And what's the other 4 you can do?
Spanish, Dutch, English.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that.
Wait, have you got 6 wives? One in each country.
I'm not one of those.
It's like, hey, big gets. Hey, 1 second. Hey,
I'm not one of them now, man. Oh my days!
Can you imagine that? Mate, Love Island will be a next show. I'll tell you.
No. I'm faithful to my missus and to my missus only. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, this is you watching. I was joking. Aaron's a good guy. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're new. Aaron, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions because this is going to be really interesting in terms of what we're going to do. Right, I'm Ollie's lawyer. I'm called Mr. Give Me a Chance, right? And I come to you, Aaron. I say, Aaron, look, I've got a bit of bored and downtime, and I just want to quickly ask you, man. Ollie's there. He's not feeling too great, all right, and he just wants to know: is there anything he can do to change your mind? Is there any way that he can win you over and tell you that he believes that he can be the long-term manager and win us trophies? Is there any way to change your mind, Aaron? What would you say, bro?
Go back to interim, Ollie. Go back to interim, Ollie. Play a 4-3-3. by all means, if you don't have tactics or the tactics don't work with the team that you have, yeah, just let the players free. Just let the players do what they want and play them in their rightful positions. That's what I'm going to say. Because when he first came in, Pogba was like a Roman 8/10, and you remember he was scoring goals.
Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful.
Scoring goals for fun, assisting people. Like everyone was just free, man. And it just feels like now that freedom is gone, and everyone's in shackles, and you know, there's people in positions they shouldn't be playing in, and it's just, to be fair, ever since we got slapped by Tottenham, I can feel fear. Like I can see that Ollie's overthinking it, and he's scared to let the players go and to let them be free again. You can see it, as he knows if I do that again, we might get slapped again. But you know what I say? It's part of football. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Like it just happens. You win some, you lose some. And along the way, there's always going to be that one game in 56 where you get slapped like we did against Tottenham.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. And we've got Tottenham coming up as well.
Who would have thought that under Sir Alex Ferguson will get slapped? What was it, 6-1, 7-1 against City at home? Who would have thought that? Nobody. It happens. It happens to the best of the best. Barcelona got humbled by Bayern Munich a few years ago.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
4-0, 3-0 at home. It happens to the best of the best. So my thing is, just go back to what you were doing when you first came in. Just go back to that and watch how we're going to get results, and watch how we're going to play more attractive football as well.
So your team, you want us to play 4-3-3?
I would like us to play 4-3-3, yeah.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm going to give you a little thing. Guys, get involved in the comments, right? Aaron's just saying that if Ollie came to him, somehow saw his channel and said, look, Aaron, I get you. You're passionate. I just want to try and win you over. I know I want to get the fans on board as well. I'm trying my best, but I know I've got things to learn. But how can I prove to you that I can take this club to success? Aaron's come out and said, look, go back to Interim, Ollie. Go back to that risk-taking, that bravery, that courage that comes with managing a massive club. Do that, right? And Aaron's talking about that. Look, he would take 4-3-3 as his preferred position, right? Aaron, I'm going to bring this in then. If you're going to do this, right, let's bring this in for a second, because I want to get your ultimate team, right? Yes. Say, for example, you've got a manager. What manager, if you really had a manager choice, who would you go for if Ollie wasn't the guy? Who would you go for?
Well, does he have to be available or not available?
No. He's not. He can be whoever.
Can be whoever. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna go with. But then I have to look at the squad that we have as well. I'm gonna go Ten Hag. Ten Hag,
yeah. Okay, I knew you were gonna say that. I actually knew you were gonna say Ten Hag. All right, we're playing. You want to play 4-3-3, right? With Ten Hag. Yep. Okay. All right, let's do this. Just do this. Just 4-3-3. Guys, get involved, okay? I know a lot of people are saying 4-3-3. Aaron, you're now working. You're football flicking. I don't know, DOF. You've had a good time. You've played for against Bayern Munich. You've got that football sort of brain. You played the game. You know, you speak 6 languages. You know what you're doing, all right? You're talking. You're DOF now, not John Murtough Moto. And you're saying to Ollie, this is how you need to play. Who is, with the players we have, we're not talking about getting Sancho and NATO, even though NATO is banging. We're talking about the players we have to beat players, to beat teams convincingly. I mean, anyone who's freaking relegation, we should be beating convincingly. We don't see it. We go down 1-0. I don't like it. What is your starting team under Ten Hag to be your go-to team? Let's start from the back.
Okay, so Henderson in goal.
Yeah, that's done. Yep. Go to left.
Left back.
Really?
Looking at Ten Hag.
You're not going Shaw?
I don't know if Shaw is really a Ten Hag.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
But for security, I'm going to go for Shaw because defensively he's very sound.
Okay. I remember Ten Hag would probably make players better because he's a coach, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Going for Shaw. Okay. JW saying De Gea robbed. JW's got a De Gea post on his wall. That's James, my man. James has been there from the beginning. All right, so who's going your centre backs? This is going to be interesting. You've got Ten Hag, your DOF, to beat teams convincingly, especially if they're lower. Who are you going for, bro?
Maguire and Bailly.
Okay, Bailly. Okay, all right. Okay, Bailly. I take that. So you go. Most people, Ollie will obviously go for Bailly. So you're basically saying to Ollie, no, I don't want that. I want Bailly. Okay, let's go put him in. All right, Bailly's now in there. Okay.
Right back. Well, it has to be Wan-Bissaka.
Wait, let's just hold for that second. You went Well, look, it has to be Aaron Webb. Can you tell me your views on Aaron Wan-Bissaka, man? Because you didn't seem too happy about it.
I think we've overpaid for a very decent right back, and
Okay.
when we bought him, there was this whole talk of the English tax and stuff, and we've basically paid, for someone plus the English tax who's gonna probably end up playing for DR Congo. So, because it's let's be honest, man, it's not looking likely that he's ever gonna play for England, bro. There's literally at least 4 right backs ahead of you. Trippier,
Yeah.
Trent,
What
Walker.
about Reece James? Do you think he's better than Aaron Wan-Bissaka?
Overall, I think that attacking, when it comes to attack, like going forward, I prefer Reece James.
Okay.
When it comes to defending, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the man. But Southgate likes his fullbacks to attack and to put in crosses and all he likes that. So, but then again, even if you are sound defensively, there's just too many people in front of you.
Would you try Dallo? Would you try Dallo? Chris made a good point.
Absolutely. Is he what?
Yeah, well, no, he's not, unfortunately. He's on loan still, bro. You got to work with the tools you have, man. If you're in the forest, you've got no knife and fork, man. So we just got to work with it. Okay. Carl's saying that he's been playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Yeah. So this is a mixture. So Ten Hag's there. But with the players he's had at his disposal, I think he would love a nice 4-3-3. Look, it's going to be moving. It's going to be fluid. So, yeah, just like you said, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so you got a nice back 5. You got Henderson, Shaw, Maguire, Bailly, Wan-Bissaka. Ten Hag's like, look, I can work with this. I can improve Wan-Bissaka going forward. What we doing in the midfield, man?
In midfield, we're going with 1 holding and 2 attacking.
Okay.
So the holding midfielder is going to be Fred.
Are you going Fred? Okay. But let's talk about Fred for a second, because Fred, again, this shows about the fans divided. The fans couldn't be more divided on Fred. Some people are like, look, we know his limitations. We just need to play him right. Some people are like, leave the club. You're not good enough. Some people are like, I've never heard him speak. What's he sound like? Like he's not loud enough. Do you know what I mean? Where are you on Fred? Because obviously you've taken him out for Matic. Is he holding?
Yes, holding.
Okay, so where are you with Fred?
You know what it is with Fred? If Ten Hag is the manager and you tell Fred, right? Because we all know his passing's not the best. He barely shoots when he's got the opportunity to do so. So
good God.
If you just tell him, you just stay in front of the defense, yeah, and just get the ball back. Whenever you feel like you lost it or someone else is losing it, get the ball back.
Okay.
And Fred, if you look at the way he wins the ball back, he's very good at it. So win the ball back, and then you've got options, Fernandes and Pogba, to pass it to one of them, and they can then create and supply the forward line. And he's very good at winning the ball back and just giving it to someone else.
You're giving him a specific role. This is your role.
Yeah, win it back and pass it to someone else. If you just tell him that, he'll do a great job.
Because he did that against Brighton. He played great against Brighton.
There you go.
He was mopping up.
Even if you think back to when we played against who was it? When we played against, remember when we had all these midfield injuries and he was forced to play, he ended up being our best play against Liverpool. Yeah. We lost the season before that when we played against Barcelona. He was one of our better players, winning the ball back against people like solidified midfielders from Barcelona at the time. Yeah. So you just give him that one job: win the ball back, pass it to someone else. Yeah, he'll do a great job. Trust me.
Yeah, because he went from Pastor Fred giving out leaflets, saving everybody's lives, to Pastor Fred can't. I don't know. The leaflets are wet. He's lost his shoes. He's got no home. He's like, help it. Oh, I've lost it all. Like, it's weird, man. But I get you. In this Ten Hag system, you're thinking to yourself, Fred, you got a specific role. You're not going past the halfway line. You're breaking up play and giving it to the better players. You know what? I can dig that. My only reservation is that he's not a CDM. But again, we can't put match in there. And we're working with the players we have. Again, guys, we're working with the players we have. This is not FIFA when you can transfer players over and then we've got flicking Kimmich in the middle. You know what I mean? It's never going to happen. All right, so who you got in the middle? Fernandes and Pogba, are they your guys?
Yes, Fernandes and Pogba. I'll have Fernandes on the right and then Pogba on the left.
Lovely. Why is that?
Because I like it when Pogba comes in from the left. He cuts into his right, so he's got 2 options. He can either shoot, or then you've got Rashford on the left there. He can put Rashford through, and he's very good at both. So as a defender, as a right back, you're stuck, or as a midfielder, if a Pogba runs at you and you're a right back, you've got 2 options. I can either let him come in and then shoot with his right, which is very good at, or I can lose Rashford and I can take the risk of losing Rashford. He then makes a run back in behind me, but then Pogba has the ability to play a pass over the defense, slide it through to him. So when Pogba plays on that left-hand side, he's a threat. So I'll put Pogba on there. Then you've got Bruno on the right, who's when he's got the ball, he's got the ability to put in a beautiful ball into Cavani, who's up front, or Greenwood, who's there. You put Cavani through. Sorry, Cavani he's a fox in the box. So if you just tell him again, give him one job: stay in the box and do not come out of it. Yeah, stay in the box. Bruno's gonna make sure he finds you, and Bruno can do that. He can pick up the ball, put in a beautiful cross, and Cavani his heading is pretty decent, so he can finish with his head as well.
Yeah, man, I'm completely for this. Even though if you look at really. On face value, we're playing. This is the same team we've played before, but how different does it look when you're playing this with a specific formation, specific roles? It's like a completely new team. I've never really seen Fred, Pogba, and Fernandes in this sort of role for Manchester United. It's beautiful, but again, we have to play with someone who knows how to play this system and give instructions. And guess what? The C word, coach. Because look, I've got nothing against Ollie, nothing against the brother. Look, he's trying his best. He's doing an apprenticeship, basically, and he's learning his best to do it. And look, we're second. You can't argue with second. But to get us to the highest heights of the best, we need the best of the best. We need people that have that trophy-winning mentality, that have got a clear style. He has got a style, but the style for us is not that great, I'll be honest with you. It relies on having the best players in the best positions. It's not always going to work like that. You need to have a coherent team structure and mentality to win, playing good, attractive football. Let's see what people are talking about with Fred. Fred can't pass the ball straight. So Alex Ferguson himself has come into the stream. So Alex Ferguson, I appreciate you, man. All you've done for us. I'm glad you're feeling better as well. Really appreciate it. Smash a like, Sir Alex Ferguson. Thank you. What else about Fred? Basically, Pastor Fred is an atheist in the ball. Jesus.
Wow.
Najee, my man, based on who we have, Fred can be molded into a DM, but his passing entire areas and with his back towards his own forwards is a nightmare. Yeah. When he turns around and faces the goal, I am like, oh, gee, I close my eyes. I don't know what he's going to do.
Again, you can avoid that by saying, when Maguire or Bailly or whoever, if you have the ball, Pogba and Fernandes, make sure that you're available, because you know that Fred is very bad at receiving the ball and turning.
Exactly.
Don't tell him to not do that. when the back four has the ball, Pogba and Fernandes, make yourselves available. If it's on the flanks, Shaw and Wan-Bissaka, whoever's on the wings up front, Rashford, Greenwood, make sure you drop deep, make yourself available for a bit, just to cover up for the fact that Fred can't turn with the ball properly.
So true. And that's why I never liked Aaron when Harry Maguire sent him that pass. That was a hospital pass, man. You've seen Fred in training. You've seen him do it against, who was it? Was it Watford? That he turned around and just gave the ball back.
Yeah.
You've seen him do it. So why would Harry, knowing that Fred is not the best, that's not his, it's like Harry, it's like someone saying to Harry, I want you to go and race this guy. Harry be like, that's not my skill. That's not my strength. Why would you give pass to Fred a ball with his back towards goal with 3 Leicester players ahead of him, ready to pounce? It's stupid.
Yeah, that's a hospital ball.
And this is what I mean. You need to tell the players to play the right game. What about, so Adam saying, shout out to the guys, great job. Yes, my man. Sufan, Fred can do that ball-winning role, but he isn't good long-term. Yeah. 100% Sufan. I think we're trying to make a flicking pancake with like cement and a couple of strawberries. You know, we're working what we got, man. It's hard. Let's see. Fred is actually a very underrated passer. Yeah, you know what? I've seen Fred do really well passing, but I've also seen abysmal. You don't know what Fred you're going to get, mate. You don't know if it's going to be Fred Flintstone or flicking past to Fred. It's tough. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. As always, we're going to go to the last front three, man. Under Ten Hag, we've got Aaron, DOF. He's played football at a high level. He's coming from a football place. What are you doing for the front three, man? Don't forget you've got Ahmad is available, Van de Beek. What are you saying?
So, you know what? I'm gonna. Oh, so I've got Van de Beek as well. I forgot.
Oh no. Oh, this is why it's not easy being a manager, is it? It's hard, isn't it?
It's hard because
and Martial is fit in this situation. He is fit. You can use him as well.
Okay, up front I'm gonna go. Up front I'm gonna go with Martial.
Okay, I think I took him out actually because he was unfit, but I'll see if I can put him in. I took him out because I'm fit. We'll leave him in, but I'll say that's Martial. Fine.
Is he not that number 9? There he is.
Oh no, he is. This left him in. Lovely. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Martial. Yeah, perfect.
So up front, I'm gonna go Martial.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not really someone who is very, very reliant on pace and power. So on the right, I'm gonna go Van de Beek.
Wow. Whoa. This might, guys in the comments. Okay, what are you thinking about this? Because this is interesting. Adam's here saying the role of holding for 4-3-3 is complete the press and quickly release it to the 2-8s, which is exactly what Aaron said. It shouldn't be a DM destroyer. Fred, Jorginho, Fernandinho, quick short passes. Nice, Adam. I like what you always say, bro. You're saying Van de Beek instead of Greenwood. Are you sure?
You know why? Because when you've got you're playing in a certain formation and it's not too reliant on pace and power. What I'm basically doing with this team is I'm letting the ball do the work, and I'm looking at all the players on the pitch. Some of them are good on the ball, some of them are decent, but they are pretty good on the ball. You look at that front three now. Rashford can pass the ball. Martial can pass the ball. Van de Beek, very good on the ball, technically. So you're letting the ball do the work. So as long as you let the ball do the work,
interesting.
You just have to make the movements. And we all know Van de Beek, when it comes to movement, he is one of the best.
Did you see that movement that he did for that? I know Greenwood scored, but that move, he took Ben White away. Ben White didn't know what day it was. He was like, he's running like this. He was like, where's he gone? Where's he gone?
And a player like that is a nightmare to mark because he's always on the move. You don't know where he is. And Van de Beek would probably be the kind of player in that role. Yes, on paper he's on the right, but I'd probably give him like a free role.
Yeah. Mate,
roam in and around the box. When you got it, release it quickly. And we all know he loves to do that. So
mate, I love
again,
this.
with this formation, it's not reliant on pace and power. It's not. Yes, Rashford you can run in behind. You can do that. And then you've got Pogba on the left, you can play the ball. Whether it's over the top, whether it's sliding it in, he can do that. And then you've got Van de Beek who can like very quietly make his way into the box, yeah. And then if the ball comes in from a Fernandes over the ground, on the ground, yeah, you've got Van de Beek down the right-hand side, little dummy, jumps over the ball, then you've got Martial, finish, go.
So, bro, you know what? This works so nice. You know what the thing is? People are saying it. Like, you can even bring Greenwood on for Martial if he gets tired or whatever. Absolutely. Like, playing him in the right position. People are saying, my boy Donny finally escaped from the bench. Aaron in. Aaron in. Free Donny. People are like this. But you know the problem is for me, this won't, and this is why I said with Ten Hag or what manager you would like to have, this wouldn't work under Ollie's system. Now, I'm not going for Ollie. I'm just saying this system would not work.
No,
it would not. It would not work. Fernandes would be all over the pitch, tracking back all day, going forward, taking corners, free kicks, penalties. He wouldn't be doing. And then Martial would be coming deep, and then Van de Beek. It wouldn't work. You have to have a fluid system. Fred needs to have that specific role. Pogba needs to come off from the left and defend. But the thing about it, what I love about Ajax as well and other teams, they defend as a team. We don't defend as a team. That's why when people are like, oh, Pogba don't track back. Well, if we defend as a team, we don't need to really track back that much. Do you know what I mean? It's more of a team game. Let the ball do the work.
And you just mentioned something there, which I thought of as well when we were doing the formation. If we lose the ball, everyone just tracks back, yeah? And then say we win the ball on the left-hand side. Pogba wins it back. Bro, that's a perfect invitation for us to go on a counter-attack. Pogba wins it, Rashford's gone, pass into his feet. Thank you very much. That's a goal. That's a 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper. If you win the ball on the right-hand side, Bruno wins it back. He knows how to ping a ball, long ball into whoever. Martial holds it up, puts Van de Beek through, another goal. Thank you very much. So I'm thinking of all these things as well, like whether we're in possession or whether we lose the ball, you're always in, because you let the ball do the work, so you don't have much running anyway.
It is 100%, and that's what Ravel Morrison said when he's played in all these different domestic European leagues. He says English leagues we hype it up too much, and you've got to have this amazing pass, this amazing through ball. Whereas in the other leagues, they just let the ball do the work. It's nice pass and move, triangles. It's what you grow up doing. You grow up doing this in five-a-side. Let the ball do the work, pass and move. Because in five-a-side, why the pitch is so small is because you can't stand still. You can't stand still. It's about moving and finding space and let the ball do the work. Why is it? Because we got a bigger pitch and this system that we're not doing that. It's the basics of football. If you look at Man City, most of their goals are 1-2s. It's a 1-2 to try and penetrate and make space and draw people into attack. And that's why people want Grealish to be that magnet, to allow people to actually get space like a Donny van de Beek and get in the box. That's where he wants to be. He wants to be in the box. Guys, again, thank you so much for joining. We've got about 43 people watching. Do me a really big favor and just like the video for me. It makes a massive, massive difference. And subscribe if you're new. Aaron's been just basically telling that he's going to be the new DOF. No, I'm joking. Aaron's been amazing. He's just basically saying, look, this is his formation. It'd be 4-3-3. You got Henderson at the back. You got the trusted defense with Bailly in there for the pace and so forth. Fred's there with a specific role to break up the play, quick passes, and give it to the better players. He can do that. And with a manager who can coach, I'm sure that he would be very good at doing that. Pogba speaks for itself. Fernandes speaks for himself. Rashford, he can make something out of nothing. And he needs someone to say, Rashford, you're a great player, but I want to do something with you. I need to carve your game out. You're a bit messy sometimes. You're not efficient with the ball. You run into just brick walls. Why? Let's enjoy the game. Let's make your game even more fun. Let's tease these people, because we saw that goal he did against Brighton in the first leg. Do you remember when he just made everybody fall over like flicking bowling pins? Do you know what I mean?
That was an amazing goal.
Fantastic goal, right? And then you got Martial, who can hold the ball and score when he's on form, and Van de Beek just do it. This is a fluid, free-flowing, nice team, and there's lots of interchange. This is what I would love to see. I would love to see it. I'm sure lots of people out there would love to see it. Counter-attacks can only be used when you're desperate in need of a goal. I like Bailly. He got poked out for a year. I played Tuanzebe in form. Yeah, I never get why we don't ever play Tuanzebe. I don't get it. I don't know why we're not really thinking outside the box. Aaron, yeah. I know you got to shoot in a second, bro.
Yep.
So for me, last few things for me, man. I just want to say quickly, thank you so much for joining again.
Appreciate you for having me on, man.
Mate, as always, man. I'll be honest with you, right? The last thing for me, right? Obviously, it's been. I'm hoping for this video, people have got to know real Aaron, right? That he's knowledgeable, speaks 6 languages. Everything he says comes from a place that he wants a team to be successful, and he just doesn't think Ollie's the man for the job. But he hopes he succeeds and gets trophies. Because he even said it. If you can come back to the interim, Ollie, we'll give you a chance, no problem. But at the moment, we keep seeing the same thing. And if we don't get the players we want in the summer, we'll keep playing this sort of football. It's not going to change overnight. We're not going to just all of a sudden start playing Ten Hag football or this really fast-paced football. It's going to stay the same because we might not get the players we need. So Aaron's come honest, humble, and saying that. So lastly, man, for Granada, we got Granada.
Yes.
On Thursday. How are you feeling about that? Do you think we're going to win? Score prediction and we can just bounce, bro?
I think we're going to win comfortably. I'm going to say 4-0, man.
Whoa.
I'm going to say everyone's going to be fit. Ollie's taken off the players he had to take off against Brighton, which I think was very good. Listen, I don't unless we go on a mad one and then we just stop playing terribly and then they score 2-3 goals. I can't see. I can't see us use it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go for a win too, but 4-0, man. I don't know. Might need to drink some of that ginger beer you're drinking, bro. Because I don't know. But I would wish 4-0, but I don't know. Rashford's might be out. Martial's out. I don't know. I'd love to see Ahmad play.
We'll still go through, man. I think we'll still go through.
I hope so, man. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Aaron, do you want to say your channel, bro?
Yes, Mr Aaron Utd on every social media platform and on my YouTube channel as well. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. It's road to 10K. And once we do hit 10K, there's going to be a 10K celebration. Going to go on Instagram Live. It's going to be some music in the background. And the thing with IG Live is now that you can go live with 3 people. So there's going to be me and probably 3 other people at the same time. I'm just going to keep it to like me and someone else. So 2 of us. Nice. We come on, we have a chat for like 2 minutes and someone else comes on and someone else. And we'll just keep that going for like 2 hours just to show my appreciation towards the 10,000 that subscribe. Because without the 10,000, there's no Mr Aaron United. So I want to show some love and give back to the people.
That's amazing, man. Aaron, I appreciate that. You got a show tomorrow as well in the afternoon?
Yes, with Flawless called Cool, Calm and Collected.
Nice.
And we'll talk about certain things that happened in the football world. It's just not just Man United, but globally. Yeah.
Mate, people are shouting out in French. Gross, guards, Aaron, excellent travel, mon view. I don't know what you're saying, Aaron. You know, you speak 6 languages.
No, you're saying big man Aaron, great work. How'd you say? yeah, big man, basically. Yeah.
Oh, mate, look at this. I need to get this. Is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Have beautiful evenings. Enjoy the Champions League. I'm not sure what match I'm watching. I'll just flick in between it. It's going to be a good night. Thank you so much for joining. Subscribe if you're new. Trying to get to 700 subscribers. I think it is. Yeah, 700. So that'll be amazing. Ooh, and thank you, mate. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I couldn't do it without you. Aaron, have a beautiful evening. Guys, have a beautiful evening too. Peace out. A-Town down. Sweet.